I'm tired. Probably like a lot of you, I'm tired of seeing smart, capable Microsoft Dynamics AX users working really hard just to keep the ball in the air. Hi, my name is Chad Carnes. We are here at the Integral Studios, and we're filming our very first episode of EmpowerAX. See, what we want to do with this is we want to give you that return on investment. We want to get the right data and the right functionality to the right people so that those people can make the right decisions. We want to do two things. We want you to know that you're integral, and we want to empower you in Microsoft Dynamics AX. We want you to be doing more than just simply trying to keep the ball in the air. So since this was our first video blog, we decided to take on a big question. Okay? This is the question I get on almost every client I've ever had, which is, how can I look at my ledger transactions and see things like customer, vendor, purchase orders, sales orders, invoices, and packing slips? So we're going to start out here in the general ledger, and we're going to go to the trial balance, and we're going to look at transactions. And inevitably what happens is everybody wants to see at the ledger level here, at the transaction level, whether it's a management report or here in the trial balance, they want to be able to see what customer was associated with income statement, or what vendor was associated with income statement. So what they'd really like is if you go here to the cost of goods sold transaction, I'd like to be able to see what customer, what packing slip, what invoice, what sales order created each one of these transactions, so that I can look at it in total across all the transactions instead of just having to drill into each one. So the only way I can see that, and you can see there's many different transactions associated with the voucher, but the only way I can do that is I have to drill into the transaction, and I have to say original document. I'll say show, okay, and only now can I see sales order, package slip, invoice. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how you can use our ledger extension tool to bring all that data to the transaction level. So now that we've defined the problem, okay, and now that you understand why it's a problem, I'm going to go ahead and show you how with our ledger extension, how you can use Power BI now to get the reporting data and surface that data in both Power BI and Excel. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take the XPO below, which has our queries, our views, and our new data cube, and you're going to go ahead and install that in your Microsoft Dynamics AX environment. That project has an analysis services project in it, so you're going to go to your wizard, and you're going to deploy that cube, okay? I didn't walk through the full deployment here because we had already deployed it, but basically I show you the wizard on how to deploy that cube, and we have one called Empower Ledger. So once the Empower Ledger is there, go to the system admin and go to where your default analysis services are set up. Find your database connection there, okay? And then you're going to go to our Excel file. This is just a template that you can use to build reports. You can build 30 reports with this, and you're going to go to the existing connection. You're going to paste in your new connection, and you're going to switch it from our demo database to whatever your database is. You're going to say refresh, and now it should refresh with your data. And once you have your data in place, you can do the exact same thing, exact same reports that we just showed here. So I'm going to close this. All right, and you can see the various fields that I've brought in here. I brought in pretty much all the ledger data as well as the customer and the vendor information that you might want on these transactions. Okay. So now I'm going to kind of tie this out for you. So we're going to switch over to 2012, and we're going to look at our deferred cost of goods sold account, and we can see what the balance was in that account for 2012. We're going to go back over to AX. Okay, we're going to go back to the trial balance, okay, and we're going to change our parameters here to 2012. And really just want to show you that in total we tie out, and then if you know the total ties out, then you can check some detail, and then you can be confident that you have one version of the truth working for you. Again, any report you build, you always need to have a check number. You always need to reconcile to that, and you can see that we are in balance here. So now I went to the ledger transactions, and we're going to drill into one here. Okay. And I'm going to show you, we're going to go to the original document and say show. And you can see here what the amount is. You can see the packing slip, you can see the voucher, you can see the ship date, you can see all those key pieces of information. And we're going to go back to our report now, and we're going to filter off of that sales order. So we're going to scroll to that particular sales order, and we're going to make sure that our report or our model here ties out to what we're seeing in AX. So we know it ties out in total. Now I just want to show you that it ties out to a specific transaction. And you can see here, if we look at sales order 7, you can see that we tie out to that packing slip for that GL account. But this is really more for trying to tie out in mass. Like, how much of my cost of goods sold is customer 7? how much of my revenue can be attributed to this customer group? How much am I spending with certain vendors? And then how can I see that at a P&L level and without doing a bunch of work, a bunch of manual work in order to make that happen? Joining us on our first episode of EmpowerAX. Hopefully you have a better understanding of what our ledger extension tool does and how that might be able to help you. Again, I hope you feel empowered, and if you do, like, subscribe, share, okay? We want you to feel integral, we want you to feel empowered, but most importantly, I want you to feel like you're doing more than just keeping the ball in the air. We look forward to you joining us next time on EmpowerAX.